Give him the sauce real quick.
Told them that we at the kickback. Talk about this at the kickback. Talk about that at the kickback. Talk about rap at the kickback. Talk R&B at the kickback. You might find me at the kickback. Talk about sports at the kickback. Long stories are short at the kickback. Got guests of all sorts at the kickback. We at the kickback. We at the kickback. We at the kickback. We in the kickback. We in the kickback.
But oh man, welcome back. It's been a minute. We haven't, given y'all content, but we are back with the Kickback Podcast. Yes, we are back. Chris, what you been up to, man? It's been a minute.
Ended a class and started another class. I'm tired now. I want to apologize because we were supposed to do our if those of you who've been following us for a long time, like in Black History Month, we like to do a black famous person of some degree, like whether it be like I don't know, like an entertainer, musician,
Activist,
actress, actor, or whatever, what inventor, just to expose more Black history to you. And we didn't do that this year, and that was because for like 3 straight weeks I had to focus on this project, and I apologize that we couldn't get that out to y'all. Maybe we'll do something to make up for that. Maybe maybe not. We'll see how time goes. Maybe our next episode we can do something like that. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. Yeah, we were life caught up. Yeah, life can catch up to us, and but yeah, that's apologies for that. We were supposed to do some Black what was it? Black History Month episodes. That was in February. It's in the March now, bro. Shit.
Yeah, no. Next week, a week from today, the 31st.
Yeah, so apologies for that. And, just life getting, because I had a couple of things I was dealing with as far as tax season and tax this year. They decided to come for my boy, man, boy. That's a whole nother story. But yeah, okay, so Chris, that's what you've been up to, just classes. Yeah, I told you I had my work and then dealing with these taxes. I've taken a lot of time and been going to the dentist a lot because I have had a lot to fix in my teeth with my teeth.
I have to go. I have to set a dental appointment. I have to. I keep saying I'm going to do it, and I just haven't. I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to do it tomorrow.
Do that as soon as possible. Have you got your wisdom teeth removed?
No. They say I have enough room in my mouth for them, though.
My wisdom teeth have been killing me for the past 6 months, man. This is wisdom teeth can cause so many different problems from sinus to headaches to jaw pain to the back of your head. Like it's been, and I thought it was other things. It was just my wisdom teeth, I think. And I'm getting them removed next week. I'm having 2 of them get removed. They're both infected and have cavities. So, but yeah, I'm dealing with that. And then what else have I got? I mean, just working, just life, man. People that are doing your taxes, I feel y'all, man, because they came for your boy. And Uncle Sam came for my pockets, boy. It came for my pockets. But as we always start, we can start with this one because Uncle Sam came for my pockets, but the NBA came for another dude, and he decided to be a clown. Ja Morant, he got caught with. I'm not even gonna say he got caught. Let me not say that. Ja Morant snitched on himself and put a gun put a video of him with a gun on IG Live or whatever or story. Chris, what are your thoughts? Because I'm gonna say mine after you. I don't want to hear your thoughts first.
I mean, it was so dumb. I've seen so many stupid little memes or whatever about it, and it was just I don't know. I think my favorite one. I don't know if this was a meme or something somebody said. It'd be like he's the only player who ever wanted to get picked up by the hood or something like that.
Have you seen the eight? I think I sent it to Jeremy. Have you seen the 8 Mile meme?
8 Mile meme, nah.
Where in 8 Mile, like the last verse, he goes in on his opponent, and he's like, "You're really from private school. You have both of your parents in your life."
Oh yeah, I did see that. I did see that. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, keep going, Chris.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not honestly, it's not much to say. Like, and there's already been history. Like Gilbert Arenas, I think, to my knowledge, was the
Yeah.
biggest, latest one who showed a gun, and that didn't end well for him. No. So I don't, and maybe Ja doesn't remember that. I don't know, but just you're somebody who literally all you have to do is just either stay out of public or keep a good public image. That's all you have to do. You could be the most boring guy in public, nobody cares, and you're still a millionaire and do whatever you want in your own like in your own personal life. But some people can't do that, and apparently Ja's one of those.
I really have to. Yeah, I think pretty sure everything you said, by the way, is boy, oh boy. Where do I start? Here's my thing with people his age and his our age group. I don't know why dudes want to be thugs. They want to make money and then they want to be thugs. It's like I come from a good environment. I have both my parents. I went to a good school. Now let me be a thug when I have millions of dollars. Let me hang around gangster people that are gay, like people that have that bravado. Let me hang around them. And there's people in history, like you said, Gilbert. Gilbert, for the most part, I could say he came from that environment in a way. So I could understand why he'd have a gun. Allen Iverson. I'm in from Richmond. I'm living in Richmond right now. He came from Newport News. That's not the nicest area to grow up in. I understand why he had his issues. Like he never got caught with a gun, but he had off the court issues. So I could understand. You come from slums and you're coming up. For these new generation of kids that come in good environments and want to be, I just don't get it. And then they started with this mental health thing. I'm going through this stress, and people that are dealing with mental health. I want you to know, I feel for you. Go get your help. It's not mental health. I'm sorry. This dude, he in Memphis, he hanging out with rappers, he's having fun, and he did that shit because it looked cool. That's all. I don't want to hear this mental health thing. He wanted to look cool for IG.
Yeah.
That's it. He probably has some stress, but the gun have nothing to do with no stress. That's him trying to look good for IG.
Yeah, cause I don't know nobody who was raised in like poverty or a hood type environment. Be like, man, when I grow up, and if I go to the NBA, I'm going to do the exact same stuff that I'm doing right now. Never.
And the thing that gets me with Ja Morant, and I don't want to keep going on because I know people make mistakes. He's a kid. He's a kid. He's a kid. Made a mistake. But back in the day, you tried not to get caught with guns. You tried to hide it.
Yeah. And I mean, not do the exact same thing. I mean, be in the same place is what I meant to say. Because nobody wants to be famous. Then you know what? I'm going to stay in the hood forever, bro. Ain't nobody never said that. Never. Man. It's always I'm gonna get out the hood. I want to stay.
Not go back in there and then not have any protocols. People from the hood, they hide the gun. They don't snitch on themselves.
Only the dumb ones.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This is Bozo of the Week potential, but I retired it because, people were complaining, it was like, you're too mean, you're too harsh. But come on, man. Call a spade, man. Ja, focus on your career. The Memphis Grizzlies, no one likes y'all, by the way. Y'all talk too much. Dylan Brooks, he's becoming one of those dudes I'm starting not to like. His mouth is just, he chirps a little too much. But you're not, that team isn't really like focused, man. It's like that team, like all they do is talk and do all this showboating and all that. Focus, bro. You know what I mean? Like, no one's here to judge because a lot of people, I heard a lot of people who were defending him, saying that, oh, people are too hard. They don't know what he's going through. He has a lot of money. He's a young kid. I'm tired of people using that excuse, bro. Hold yourself accountable. Like, just because you have money and you have parents there, you're making more than the average person in this life. Get your shit together. These excuses that we don't know what's going on. All I know is I listen. If you're making millions of dollars, I don't know why you need a gun or show off a gun. I will never get it.
No, if he's that young and immature, he shouldn't be by himself. Shouldn't be by himself to where he can, get a gun.
And you don't have a team that's like, I don't know. I don't want to talk about the dad too. I don't want to get into the personal with them because I don't know what's going on. But it's like, yo, dog, got a lot of money and a lot of potential, dog. Make better choices and stop using mental health for everything. I mean, like, you got this other dude, Ben Simmons.
Yeah, because I don't get me wrong, like I get like people get stressed out, do dumb things, and it could be all mental health related, it can be stress related, whatever you have, but like I don't like it when people use that as their bailout for when they do dumb things. Sometimes people just do dumb things, and why? Because they thought that was cool. I mean, and it's just that it's stupid. It's not right, but that's just how it is for just some people. Some people just do dumb things, and you can't blame that on mental health all the time. I mean, don't get me wrong. Maybe Ja does have something going on, but it doesn't. I don't know. I don't know what to say, but it doesn't feel like it.
It ain't mental. Listen, if anything, you have to blame hip hop for this.
Yeah.
It's hip hop.
You can. I would definitely blame hip hop more than I would blame like it on mental health.
This is coming from a guy that's a hip hop. Look at my damn wall.
Hip hop, video games, all that stuff. Them people on TV saying we need a ban on TV and stuff. You can blame all that before you could blame it on
mental health.
Mental health.
You know what I mean? Like y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all take listen, man, these are entertainers. Don't take anything they say like it's real. They're selling you something that's not really real. Well, some of them it is, but to their excuse, they actually come from that. Ja Morant, you don't, man. But speaking of people that, come from that environment and, they didn't deal with a gun, but they got slapped. Chris Rock. He responded to Will Smith. And I played you some of that snippet of the response to Will Smith. What are your thoughts on him responding? And I think this is the year. It's been a year since that have been happening.
Yep.
I remember.
Was it the Grammys?
Oscars.
He got slapped? Or the Oscars?
Yeah.
Oscars?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, because those just happened, not too long ago, right?
Yeah. It's been a year.
So. But you showed me that, and I already saw a little bit of that beforehand. I'm not, to be honest, I'm not mad at it. I don't know if any of y'all, the audience, have been slapped in the face or anything like that. When you don't get to retaliate, at least for me, I don't get unupset. And I'm sure Chris Rock has been sitting on that for a while. Not to mention, he's a comedian, so like a lot of the times, what they say will come out like exaggerated to whatever degree, because they have to sell that to their audience. They're not just going to sit down and listen to you like spill out your guts like like you're their therapist or anything. Like he has to get that out in a way that's going to probably make people laugh, make the audience laugh, or make them react in some type of way, because that's kind of like his livelihood, and that's basically how he knows how to probably cope with stuff, I'm sure. And so I'm not, and to be honest, like he said he watches the movie where Will Smith gets beat. What was the name of the movie again? Emancipation. Like I haven't seen the movie, but I'm going by the name of it. I would assume it has something to do with slavery.
Not to cut you off, but the character that Will Smith plays is called Whipped Peter.
Ah. Mm. It's not gonna laugh.
We sort of laugh, but my name's Peter, but I'm
yeah, no, but you're not Whipped Peter. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting that. Hold on, let me reset for a second. I really wasn't expecting that. Is it really Whipped Peter?
Yeah. I think that's
like when the names are going down, is the name Whipped Peter, or is that just the name that they call him?
Yeah, his name is Gordon or Whipped Peter. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Whipped Peter.
Gordon or Whipped Peter. Wow.
Shocking photo of Whipped Peter that's a photo of him like with scars on his back.
Okay, well, no, don't show me that.
I'm not gonna show you that. But
that makes it less funny. But I would just, I wasn't expecting his name to be Whipped Peter. That kind of took me out my zone there a little bit. But like, wait, what was the point I was making?
Making the point about it's how Chris Rock responded was, we were basically saying it's justified because he's a comedian and they make jokes.
Oh yeah. Like don't get me wrong. Like yes, that's a slave movie. No, he shouldn't be rooting for the master in that movie. But you're saying somebody who did you wrong, who physically attacked you, assaulted you, and you're like, man, granted, I don't think Chris Rock actually wants to see Will Smith, like actually be whipped and have like scars on his back like that. But to like see that he's getting like is it called Schadenfreude? You know what I'm talking about?
What?
Like you're enjoying other people's pain?
Yeah.
But it's fake. It's not real.
It's not real. Yeah.
He's not. Will Smith isn't actually enduring any real pain there. It's a movie.
It's a movie, yeah.
So y'all can say, yo, that's messed up, but Will actually hit him, and Chris is only looking at the movie. And to be honest, that's probably not even real. He probably just said that because Will Smith is in that movie and he's being whipped.
Yeah. I agree with what you said. I saw the bit where he talked about Will Smith. Here's what I'll say. That man got slapped, and to be real, Will Smith's anger was kind of misguided. At the time, I didn't say this. The year ago, I had a different. But thinking about it now, like Will's anger was misguided, and I'll say a situation like me, you, Avery hanging out, and Avery's clowning me, and he's going in saying a lot, and then you just say something little. You just mentioned, remember when they were clowning, and I slap you.
Mm-hmm.
My anger is more towards Avery, but you just kind of like, I don't know. You just
whatever I said was like the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah. So Will's anger was misguided, and he just has to take the L on this. Like comedians always win when it comes to stuff like this. He's got to take the L. And some of the shit Chris Rock said, although I felt like it's justified for him to say it was. If you're Will Smith, you hear what Chris Rock was saying, because he didn't talk about the alopecia or the hair joke. He talked about, why are you really mad? I'm not gonna, discuss it here, but he talked about why he's really mad. And I just think, you slapped the man. It was misguided anger. You slapped the dude that you shouldn't have slapped. Take the L. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah.
Take the L.
No, I will say after listening to what you sent me though, so some of that Chris was going kind of wild, but overall the anger anger and resentment towards I almost said towards Chris Rock, towards Will Smith is still, you know, like I'm not upset at that.
I'm not upset at it, but Brad, ooh.
Yeah. No, he was really going there for, you know, that was a lot.
I'm gonna let you know why you really mad. It ain't the alopecia. It's because even when I heard it at first, he said it with so much anger, even though he was joking. It was with so much anger. I was like, Will Smith.
But just from that, you know, like they can't be friends anymore, probably.
I mean, it like I think there's a saying: time heals all wounds. Like I just think I've seen worse I've seen worse in hip hop. I've seen worse in. It's just time. Oh, they
No,
get
but I'm just saying that after that rant there,
but like
because like that wasn't, because at least to me, like, so, at least from, you know, like the brief snippet you let me listen to, like some of that, even though it was kind of chopped up, like you can't just go back to a regular relationship after that anymore, because like he attacked the actual insecurities there. Like there was no you know, like in between, or like, you know, like he wasn't cutting around no bushes. He went straight through them bushes, man. He was like this, and this.
he did.
That's why you
like,
upset. That's why you mad. That's why you hit me.
and he talked about Jay. I didn't even play the stuff he said about Jada. I think that's the part where it's like time can heal all wounds, but I don't think they can ever be friends.
No.
Yeah, but for me personally, I just think, hey, yo, dog, you said if I'm Will, you said what you said. I slapped you. I gotta keep. Yes, they both have to move on. I hate when two legends like two legends as great as them beef. I hate it personally. I don't like it. You know what I mean? Because Will Smith, Fresh Prince, Bad Boys, all of the movies, and then, you know, Chris Rock has my favorite movie. I know that's your favorite movie too. At a State.
At a State.
You know what I mean? So like to see these two people that your fans of have this issue off of misguided anger and Will Smith. You know what I've learned over the year? Keep your shit private, man. Keep your life private, bro. That's the whole fucking problem with people. And same with Ja Morant. Like I think that with these two topics we talked about, people gotta be private and stop putting everything out for people to hear. That's what, you know. But
yeah, you say what you want to about Kawhi Leonard. He's weird or whatever, but he's what you see in the interview is all you're gonna see him. He gonna be going. You know, people can just, you know, have a regular boring interview or whatever. That's fine. You're gonna come to my stuff anyway. It doesn't matter. And then, you know,
they be like,
do what you want to be personal.
Hey Kawhi, what do you like doing in your personal life? That's personal. Hey, shout out to Minx and all those people that do parodies of him. That shit's. I'm still tripping off the one where he's teaching him how to work out, and it just reminds me of you and Mike Sucker. Sorry. He's like, Kawhi, you gotta breathe. Yeah, shout out to. But speaking of weird people, well, not weird, but is Michael B. Jordan corny? That's been the thing that's been going around on social media, and I don't know why. I don't know why it is, but we'll break this. We'll break this down in like two different things. But I want to start with, you know, he was on a red carpet. They were interviewing him about Creed 3. A woman that he knew in high school had made some comments about him, saying, well, she didn't call him corny, but one of her friends did, and she had said something about when he was in high school, he was in, you know, he wasn't cool, and they used to make fun of him because his name was Michael B. Jordan, and he clearly wasn't Michael Jordan then, and you know, they made fun of him having his actor headshots and his binder or whatever, and they were making fun of him or whatever. And when he seen her trying to interview him, he was like, "I'm the corny kid, right?" And he didn't make a scene, but he kind of like made it known like you called me corny back in the day, and they like, I heard it, and then they went on and did the interview. But my thing, first thing, do you think what he did was wrong?
No. No. Because I mean, like if you put something on the public, on like out in the public, out where out in the open where everybody can see it, it's okay. I feel like it's okay to address it with that person. Because if they put it out there, to me, that means they're okay with you listening to it. Like if somebody were to hear this and hear, like what we're saying about Will Smith and and Chris Rock, and they were to hear this and they were to address us to it, it'd be okay. Because I don't feel like we're saying anything wrong. I don't feel like I'm saying anything that I will, like back down on. Like I don't get why you would say something and be like, okay, this is not public, this is not private conversation. This is open to everybody. It's on the internet. Internet's for everybody. It's literally anywhere. You could be in Antarctica as long as you can get a signal. You got that podcast. You got her saying he's corny. So yeah, like that's fine. He just it's not like he was vindictive or evil to it during the interview. He was just like, oh, I'm the corny kid, right? And then
he just made it. There are people saying like these clowns like Joe Budden said he was corny for doing that, but he's still mad. It's not about you being mad. It's about like, and this is what I tried to say. If she had never said anything on the podcast, and it had been years later, and he was being interviewed, I doubt he's gonna bring up shit that happened in high school.
Yeah,
because they both moved on. But if you go on a public platform on a podcast and you're talking about me saying I was corny and you're making fun, and you said you guys used to make fun of me because I had my headshots. When I see you, I'm gonna be like, "What? You still on that?"
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was corny back there. I remember you talked to the corny kid. So for me, it's not like keep the same energy, but like remember what you said about me. Because this is years ago, and you bringing it up in a podcast saying this about me because somebody said I was a corny guy. So I personally, I ain't going to. It got me tight. You know what I mean when I heard that, because it's like Michael B. Jordan is this muscle bound guy, successful, and this is getting to the second part. What do y'all women? What do y'all want, man?
Right, man. Like it's one of my favorite lyrics, as the songwriter said, back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot, they all on me. That's him. That was him in that moment.
and to quote another rapper, DMX, what do these women want from a brother? What do you want? What do you what like this dude when he had nothing or he didn't have those pecs and he was chasing for it? It said he was corny.
Mm-hmm.
Now you see him and you're acting all brand new, and then you get upset when he's like, remember I was corny. Be like, what do y'all like? And it just got me to the point where it's like, yo, I don't know, because they're still calling him corny. You know what I mean? And it's like, it got me to the thinking, like, and I don't want to be controversial here, because I know we've talked about colorism and race and everything. And I've been very, harsh on brothers that date white women. But I saw somebody come at him saying that he's corny because he dates white women. And it had me thinking, right? If you grew up in the hood and black women called you corny all your life, they didn't give you no play, they didn't give you no attention, they made fun of you for your ambition and never supported it, who do you expect him to date?
Exactly. He probably been drawn to it. So that being said, hasn't he dated black women?
Yes, he dated Lori Harvey. I mean, she light skinned, but she black. Don't do the whole color. She black people. But like, I just don't get, and it just got me like, yo, they doing this to Michael B. Jordan. This is the sexiest man alive for 2020 or 20. Like, and
Yeah, no, and it's just like honestly, it's all perspective too, right? Because like, like taking my high school experience, I'm just telling you guys objectively how I was in high school. Well, I did play football, and I was on the track team my senior year. And I did, like lift weights and stuff. But like, if you take all those out, I was a quiet kid. I got decent grades. Didn't really hang out with nobody. Didn't hang out with nobody outside of school. And sometimes I would. Well, I didn't eat lunch by myself, but like I would. A lot of time I would eat lunch with like the nerdy kids. Like who you would call nerdy kids? Like a lot of the time, right? But just by those five things there, like you could have classified me as a nerd, but I was actually somehow like a cool kid. But like it was not by choice. It was just kind of by I guess association somehow. To be honest, truthfully I don't know how because it was not my aim because I was openly loving anime.
Was it the muscles? Was the strength?
I guess to be honest, actually I don't even know if that because people didn't even know I was strong until my senior year. Well, like people outside of sports. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I have no clue. I fit the bill of a nerd, but I was objectively cool somehow. It was all perspective though. Michael
Yeah,
B. Jordan might have been cool if he was if he went to a different school, walking around with your headshots, like you're an actor. I don't, to be honest, I don't see how that's nerdy. I would have thought that was cool. Dude's trying to be an actor.
listen, they were from Newark in the hood. They thought being a thug and having a gun and talking crazy to women and all that crazy, the thug stuff was cool. Having ambition and goals was corny. Some people they got clowned for being able to know how to read and talk. People would say if you in certain parts or certain places, if you could talk or read properly, and I know Avery said something about this, they would say you sound white.
Mm-hmm.
Educating yourself, they equate that to being white. And being an ignorant ass nigga doing dumb shit, that's keeping it real and being hard and girls love that. Oh my god, he's so edgy. He's a thug. And then what you end up doing is, and I don't want to. This is to specific women, not every woman. Some women end up going that route, getting ran. I don't want to say the word, but getting having situations, and it gets to a situation where they get older and they can't find a guy, and then you try to go to the Michael B. Jordans of the world or the guys that have success, and you think they're gonna pick you up.
You liked me in high school.
Okay, yeah. Trying not to go on that, but to what you were saying, Chris, I was never a cool kid. Was what you would consider either like a nerd or right in between, especially with the women. None of these, so for me, it really resonates a little harder because none of these women liked me. They hated my ass. And I always felt with dudes, I was kind of in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily a nerd, but not necessarily a cool kid. Like I was right in the middle. Some of the cool kids thought I was whatever, they were haters. And then some were like, oh, what up, Peter? And I dap them up or whatever. And then some of the nerds I was cool with them. Like I didn't really, if you were just cool, if you like Dragon Ball Z, wrestling, and music, I was your friend.
Another thing, I wasn't really a teacher's pet, but like teachers really liked me a lot because I didn't talk much, so they would treat me like a teacher's pet. The teachers did, not the students.
The teacher, I have to apologize to some of my middle school teachers because boy, who out of mouth. But that was me trying to, But to my point, like I was never that with the guys, and I didn't really care. Like I didn't care about the guy. The woman that thought I was a nerd and the the ugliest nigga in the yearbook. But it's like what I'm trying to say here is like when y'all do that, y'all don't know the effects that has on somebody growing, and how they carry it. You know what I mean? So like what I'm seeing with a lot of women, they feel like he should just let that go. And he's angry, he's bitter. And this is like, you did go through that. You like, you know what I mean? Like y'all act like y'all could do all of that and then expect those people to come take care of you and save you. You know what I mean? So it just goes to the conversation of what, and I know we talked about months ago about this whole Russell Wilson when homie said what did homie say about him, that Russell Wilson
he was square.
a square? It's like it's for black people. Why? What do you want us to be? We cannot. Not everybody is gonna be like Tupac and you got. Not everybody's gonna be a Tupac, man. Not everybody's gonna be a thug walking around the street. You're gonna have a Kendrick or a J. Cole. Like there are different types of black people.
We're not a monolith.
We're not a monolith. You know what I mean? So once we get out of that mindset, we'll progress. But when we think everything has to be one way, that's how you get stuck. And that's how they divide us. But yeah, man, I just thought that was whack. And to some of y'all women that some women, not all, because there are a lot of beautiful, educated black women that don't move like this. But to the ones that don't, please get your mind right and figure yourself out. Because boy, oh boy. But let's get to, I want to get to, because I want to get to the clown stuff first. We don't have to spend too much time on this, but homie the clown, 6ix9ine, he got jumped. My thoughts is good. That's all I gotta say. Chris, what are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I don't like him at all, to be honest. And while he probably had it coming, I don't never, at least in most cases, I don't look for the violence. But so, like, how bad was his injuries though? Like, I seen where they had like his face blurred out, but
they messed up. He was bleeding. They beat the rocks off that boy. He was able to walk around and stuff, but his face was. They did more damage to his face and his. They gave him a nice beat down. And I just want to clarify, I don't advocate violence, but I'm a guy that believes in an eye for an eye and karma. If you tell the whole world to S your D and they should come find you,
no,
they're gonna find you. Whatever you put in the world is gonna come back to you. So hey,
man, they got him by himself too.
Never understand some of these. It's our generation. We live so backwards. We want to talk tough and then not have security and then snitch. This don't make no damn sense. Make no damn sense. And then after you snitch, talk tough. Jesus Christ. Hey, God, hey, they gotta, some of you kids, man. And I would say 2000s babies, but this dude was born in like the 90s like us. Oh. Well, let's talk about let's finish off with this last thing because I don't want to talk about rats. Let's talk about real MCs. Oh, there was a debate online that was started by I think Ebro and this dude called Low-Key. He's on Apple, and they were talking about Lil Wayne versus 50 Cent in the verses.
Mm-hmm.
They said who would win. I think one dude low-key said that 50 would win because he'll be more prepared, and that Wayne, if he's not prepared, 50 would take him out. And I think another person called Ebro, he said 50 would wash Lil Wayne.
He would wash Lil Wayne?
Crazy, right? And then another person said that, y'all tweaking, Wayne would take that. What are your thoughts, Chris? I want to hear your thoughts. I know I keep letting you go first, but
well, I'm gonna let you know they're bugging. They're wild, bro. Like, okay, like I get how versus works. Like they can pick basically like any 20 songs they want, like in their whole repertoire, and like not. And I've noticed in some of these battles they don't always pick their best 20. They sometimes just pick the ones they like.
Yep.
But I don't know exactly which ones Wayne likes the most because I don't know if you guys have ever listened to Wayne, but like, or listen to what Wayne says about his own music, but he doesn't listen to it. So I don't know exactly which ones he would say he likes the most, unless like in an interview where he's talking about like making a song meant something more to him. But I couldn't actually tell you what song he would like the most. But if I were to say like he's gonna put his top 20 best, and don't ask me the top 20 off the top of my head because I can't think that just without looking at a list or anything. But I don't see him losing. And even if he does lose, I don't see it being a wash. Definitely not a wash in any way, shape, or form. That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. I'll just say Loki and Ebro, they're from the New York market, so they're biased. And some would say from the people that are on my wall, I would be a little biased. And you know what? I'm not, but 50 Cent, I'm just be real with you. And 50 Cent, he's made for the verses. The way he approaches battles and he's been the hip hop villain ever since he came out. Like his thing is to battle and to come at people. So a versus fits his personality. And he's gonna be prepared. 50 is like how his career has been with TV and music and his beefs. He thinks 2, 3, 4, 5 moves ahead. So having said all that, I still think Wayne, if he prepares, he would win.
Yeah, because I
Wayne
mean,
got
like
way more.
the biggest thing about the verses that where to me 50 could win is like performance, right? Because like that was who was it that we saw? Like I don't remember who it was, but like I like the other group's music better. But like they
Dipset and the
I can't.
Locks.
Who was it?
There's Dipset and the Locks.
Okay, Dipset and the Locks, right? Yeah. Like it was the performance was the biggest difference.
The Locks outperformed Dipset, and I think that's the thing with that's the thing with 50 is going to come prepared to perform. So Wayne can't be, because I hear stuff with Wayne sometimes where he says he doesn't always listen to his music, or sometimes he forgets lyrics to his songs. 50 will be prepared. And like I said, if Wayne is prepared, I have him winning. But nobody's washing anybody. 50 is not going to get washed. I'm sorry. And 50 isn't going to wash Wayne unless Wayne doesn't take it seriously. But like I said, I would have my money on Wayne. His catalog is too. His catalog's too. But 50, I'll say this though. If we looking at catalog, if we look at run, 50's run is way like 50's run when he came out, like from 03 to like 06, 07. That run, that's gonna give Wayne problems.
Yeah.
That's going
but Wayne was going strong from like was it like I mean like it wasn't like like it wasn't like as strong as that 50 run because like obviously like 50 dominated everybody in that stretch of time, but like from like what was it like 97 98 to like 2010
2012 11
2012 11 okay I'll give you that. Yeah, like like it was that was like even if Wayne wasn't on top, he's still your top 5.
I'll say this though, Wayne's peak from 07 to like 2011, that peak is close to 50. It's not bigger as far as the songs, but I'm talking like the mixtapes, the run, I think the popularity is just right there with 50. Because Wayne that's when he had Carter 3. That's when Millie came out. I Got Money to Drop 3. Other mixtape, The Dedication 2. No Ceilings.
No Ceilings, yeah.
Yeah, that run was legendary. And he was killing shit. Wayne was killing. So I would say the runs, their peaks are like kind of close. 50's a little bit bigger at his peak because he did a lot of stuff business wise. That was a little, but Wayne is right up there. So I would say peak 50 if he but I still think Wayne would still win if he plays it right because he has a lot. I mean, you can go into his feature bag is ridiculous. His features bag is ridiculous. The mixtape cuts. So, 50 got some mixtape cuts too. All right. Listen, it'll be a battle. I ain't gonna hold you. It'll be a battle, but for those that are saying Wayne will get washed, clearly, y'all didn't go to high school with our time, man. Y'all don't know how big that dude was when I was in high school and middle school. He was an animal.
He was a monster.
I don't even think 50. I think 50 and T.I. should be a battle.
That would be interesting.
That would be a better one.
It would be interesting.
I mean, I don't think Wayne is a versus type person. Like if Wayne should do a versus, it should be like with Drake. Yeah, that's what we should. Oh, speaking of that nigga, that dude, Drake, his tickets, bro, his tickets for his show coming in DC. The resale prices for the 400 seats are $200. Wow. Like he's doing Beyonce level numbers with tickets. Shout out to OVO, Shamar, and the rest of them over there at OVO. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. But yeah, that's all we got for the show. Unless Chris and I have anything else to say. I don't think I do.
I'm good.
But that's it for the show. But like we always say, follow us at official Kickback Podcast on IG and our Twitter handle. I don't know about head right now, but when I get that back up, or when we get that back up, I'll say it on the next episode. But our Twitter handle, we haven't been active too much on Twitter, but we'll fix that. But my personal, I'm on IG, but not like that. I'm more of a TikTok person, but at Kofi Peter, Chris, your handles?
My handle for Twitter is BigChris_57. And my ID is Everybody Loves Chris.
Everybody loves Chris. But yeah, like we say, we love you. We appreciate y'all. And we will be back more frequently. We love you. Official podcast. Kickback Podcast.
Bye. Thank you for tuning to this week's episode of The Kickback. We're available on all podcasting platforms, and we ask that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And do us a favor and hit that notification bell too. And please rate and review us on any platform available. And as always, we like you, we love you, but we gotta go. Bye.
We in the kickback. We in the kickback. We in the kickback. We in the kickback.